taking part in processions. It says...
What a time in this place.
Opposition activist Adrianna King and Kenson King, two of the four kings.
Four
kings.
Kings.
Two of the four kings.
Say it properly, please.
Yeah. On Sunday, were each slapped with 4 charges after 2 days of being detained by police. Lawyer Kebakis Batiste told Eyewitness News that her clients were each charged that on July 29 at Kingston, they did organize or were connected with organizing a public procession without notifying the Commissioner of Police at least 24 hours prior. Another count of the same charge was brought against the duo allegedly committed in Kingston on August 5th. I'm going to stop because I have questions already. The two were also each charged that on the same dates, July 29 and August 5th, in Kingston, they did knowingly take part in a public procession or meeting. Let me read over that part slowly. The two were also each charged that on the same dates, July 29 and August 5th, in Kingston, they did knowingly take part in a public procession or meeting in contravention of Section 5.1 and Section 5.2 of the Public Order Act. Bacchus Batiste described the charges as vindictive and without relevance. My questions are...
Okay. You have plenty.
One, now they're claiming that it was without notice given to the police commissioner about these protest action, processions, according to the Constitution, processions or meetings, right? It says without notifying the Commissioner of Police at least 24 hours prior. First question is, on these dates, the same July 29 and the same August 5th, police came out in the numbers, right? There were barricades across, across from the Parliament.
They were prepared.
Courthouse. So, who organized that?
And how did they know to organize that?
If the Commissioner of Police was not notified, who instructed the police officers to come out in the numbers with the batons, with the guns, with the shields, whatever it is? Who instructed the police officers to come out and gather in that area?
Okay.
And who was responsible for putting up the barricades just outside the vegetable market? How?
Good question.
Now,
Here's another question before you go forward. If you know that the procession in a public place was illegal based on Chapter 396, if it was illegal, why was it allowed to continue? Why didn't you disseminate the crowd at the first time, right? So there were 2 protests that you're making reference to. Why wait until now to say, oh, the protest you had a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, it was illegal?
No, you probably have your own questions.
It's baffling to me why now all of these things are coming up. Come on, y'all are really slack.
Hit us up and let us know your take on it. You got questions? Feel free to throw them out as well. Another question, right? Now, it says here, the two were also each charged that on the same dates, July 29, August 5th, in Kingston, that they did knowingly take part in a public procession or meeting in contravention of Section 5.1 and Section 5.2 of the Public Order Act.
Okay.
Were they alone?
Another question. All right,
I'm gonna answer. Let me take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, Fugitive.
Morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Charles is supposed to pick you up as well, my brother, because you were there.
People, you send police to me now.
No, I'm just saying.
Why
I'm just saying. They were not the only ones that were there.
What?
So is it vindictive? Is it out of spite? Is it for intimidation? Why only these two?
So. But on the other side, Fugitive, whether they can come look for me for us?
I don't know.
Well, anyhow.
What do you mean where they can come look for you for?
I heard you just read something there, right? About the kings and the charges that they got. Right? Now, who is responsible for what you just said about the police and the barricade. Right? So then they should charge them for organizing that and organizing to get the police out and the barricade.
But who instructed the police officers to come
Well,
out?
this is what I'm saying. If the commissioner do not know anything about that, but it has to be the kings.
And the police officers came out and they were there for the entire day. And
Exactly.
but here, the police commissioner himself was there.
What's there?
And they allowed all of that to happen
and he
twice.
did nothing.
And what I'm saying, Kenson, what I'm saying, Fuchi, the barricade that they put up were locked with chains and lock. So Kenson them went and did a very good organization to get the barriers up, lock them with chains, and what's that? Right? This is how it is, because how you going to bring a charge against people? So what you say now? Protest in Simmons. You can't go out and protest. You can't go out and do those sort of things.
It could never be that.
That is not what they're saying. They're saying that there's a process. You have to follow the process. If you don't follow the process, you would get away with it until something bad happens, and then we go back in the laws to see exactly what's happening.
The police and everybody was out there, right? The police and everybody was out there. And again, now you have where the people are going to court. The gentleman who got his head bust, he is going to court tomorrow also.
For what?
Right? Huh?
For what?
Why?
Well, I don't know. But he will be attending
I
court
haven't seen
tomorrow.
that anyway.
But he is attending court tomorrow, Tuesday.
Okay.
You worry about it. But now, if they say the Prime Minister was how they use it, attempted assassination because he got hit. Who attempted the young man who got hit, but that's supposed to be attempted assassination too. The last time I get in my face, that's supposed to be attempted
Wouldn't it be
assassination
attempted
too.
murder?
Well, it would be attempted
A slap in the face?
Attempted murder. Well, how they put it?
Well, assassination is if you are in a particular position, according to my
assassination
understanding.
comes with status.
Yeah.
Well, they have to know what they're talking.
Yeah. All right.
So
Okay.
you know, that's it.
All right.
Have a good day, guys.
Okay, bless up yourself.
Same to you, thanks.
You had another question.
Before we go further, right, in terms of context, I went and I looked up, I did a quick search on the act that they are referring to. So the Public Order Act, right, number 396. Now it says here, the section 5 that is being made reference to, notice of meetings or processions to be given. 1. Any person organizing or concerned in organizing any public meeting or public procession shall notify the Commissioner of Police at least 24 hours before the time fixed for such meeting or procession of his intention to hold such meeting or procession, and shall state the time and place proposed for such assembly, and in the case of a procession, the route proposed to be followed, right? Provided that the provisions of this subsection shall not apply to funeral processions. 2. The organizer and any person who knowingly takes part in any public meeting or public procession held in contravention of subsection 1 is guilty of an offense under this act.
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
So if it was that they did not send a letter to notify the Commissioner of Police, an official letter, how then, as you said, did the police that know that there was going to be a protest? Is it that they saw the flyer and they came out and they said, well, they have a flyer out, let we prepare ourselves? Are the police acting without knowing the law properly? Now, if that is happening, that is a serious problem.
But it implicates the commissioner as well.
Well, you say it implicates the commissioner, but I think it is unfair to the general public for us. Ignorance, and they come and tell us ignorance of the law is no excuse, right? Should the police also be held accountable for that?
Of course.
Right?
That's the point.
If you know the law, you see people breaking the law, and you do nothing until...
But let's not just say the police, the commissioner of police.
Well, I have to say the police, the entire police force.
Go with the head. Go with the head.
Say,
if the head bad, the body bad.
Go with the head. All right.
The head bad, body bad.
But I mean, it leaves you to question so many things, right? There have been, you're making reference to 2 protests. Who organized the protests? If it was Rise Haruna, why aren't they being held accountable? are Adrianna King and Kenson King part of Rise Hiruna? I am absolutely certain that I saw another teacher who said that she was a representative of Rise Hiruna. Why wasn't she picked up as well? You understand? Is this in accordance, or is this in addition, or something related to the raids that happened last week?
But if probably.
Just trying to get answers, just trying to understand what is happening.
But the thing is, if you're gonna charge them for being part of the public procession that wasn't sanctioned
knowingly.
Knowingly, but they were not the only one. That's the point that I'm making.
So why not just two of them?
Why not arrest everybody that was there? If that's the road that we're going down.
You can't arrest everybody that was there.
So why
the
these
ordinary?
Two? Why
the ordinary. Hold on. The ordinary man. There must have been some people who were sitting down and organizing.
Yes.
The protest.
Yes.
You have to now ask who initially organized the protest.
Yes, I agree.
All those persons who initially organized the protest, they all should be held liable to breaking the law.
I agree. I holding on to this part to say, knowingly taking part in a public procession or meeting that is in contravention of Section 5.1 and Section 5.2. They were not the only one. So why arrest
who else should be picked up?
I just said it a while ago. Pick up everybody.
Everybody like who?
So you have hundreds of persons there, right? Breaking the law, breaking the same law. Why only these two? Why single out these two?
Okay, you cannot pick up the hundreds of persons. If people were just called out, fugitive, listen to me carefully. If people were just called out to join a protest, me here listening, come out to protest tomorrow, I do not know that the persons who are organizing broke the law.
Okay.
That's what I said. The people who are organizing, those are the only people.
I get that.
So I said to pick up everybody.
Pick up everybody.
You cannot pick up everybody.
Knowingly taking part in a public procession or a meeting. They probably didn't know either.
Hold on, let me read that again.
They probably didn't know either. Yeah, they
Any
probably
person
didn't
organizing
know either.
or concerning organizing shall notify the meeting, holding session, shall state the time and place of the
Let's go again. You win? Digital state of emergency mix and then we come back.
No. You have it wrong, fugitive. It says any organizer or any person who knowingly takes part in any public meeting or public procession held in contravention of the first part.
Okay, that's what I said.
Right. So
Knowingly.
if you knew that you did not send a letter to to notify and you went down there and protested, then you are liable for an offense.
Right.
If you didn't know, which is the ordinary person on the street, then you are not liable and you will not be held accountable.
What is it that they used to say that they knew that they did not get permission? What exactly did they use to say?
I don't know.
They knew for a fact
I
that
don't know.
they did not get permission to go ahead with the procession or with the meeting or with the protest action. What exactly are they using?
I don't know, but I mean, only Kenson and Adrianna come together, put their heads together to form a protest. I don't know who else gonna be picked up. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I mean, she was also charged for something she said on a Facebook Live. Some comments she made.
Right, I could understand that.
Right, I could also understand picking up Kenson for when he said on his something he said on his Facebook page as well. I could understand that.
I could understand that. All right, but these anyway, digital.
Y'all need to do y'all work. That's all I say. Do y'all work. Don't wait until to come and charge people.
We come. Digital and we come. All right, people locked inside Monday mornings on the X. We got more, you know. We got more.
The alarm heard around the world. The wake-up call with the fugitive, Crystal and DJ Jose.